What's up out there? Welcome back to Melvor Idle Hardcore. We are on Gen 2, episode 53. Now, as I remember this because it was kind of a painful slog to get through that took like a week and a half, but we finished up fletching in the last video and switched over to thieving. Thieving is now done, so this is 100% complete. Don't have to worry about that again. And that was really easy because there's not very many of these, and I know it's kind of a pleasure to do because you don't really notice the grind as much. It goes quick. You make money off of it. You get a lot of progress versus something like fletching, which is just, it's okay, but it doesn't really, you know what I mean? Like there's not really that satisfaction of being done with it because thieving, one of the things that I made sure and did was to make sure to keep my 95% mastery. I'm well over that, I'm 100% now, but I wanted to keep this plus 100 and I wanted to keep that for the specific purpose of like stealing from the king or whatever, because he has such a low rate anyway. Even with the good potions and all the gear on, this still doesn't really come up to 80-90%, something like that. So just to keep that option open. I also went through and got his gold crested shield. So that should be everything that I need from all of the question marks, all the little in unique drops and the area drops and all that. So these are all done. Should never have to come back to thieving again. But the cool thing about thieving is you can come back because the king or the princess drops these rings. Actually, I think the jester doesn't drop rings. He really doesn't drop a whole lot of anything of use except for like chest of gems, but you could go to the king or princess and get those too. I like these for rings because you can go get them real quick instead of having to go get gems and the gold and the silver and smith it and all that kind of thing. I can just go grab a bunch of these, the only problem is with this strategy, you need inventory space. And if we're short on inventory space, it ain't going to work. But there's other things in here to go steal. So, the farmer, the merchant for these bags, these basic bags. And I spent a little extra time stealing those bags just to try to get up. And I let it run overnight. And well, I think I let it run not last night, but the night before. And I only have 5,600 bags. So that's not really that great. We're going to need them. And the reason I grabbed those is we're going to need them in crafting. So I got a bunch of extra ones and we'll work on that. I think, the thief money sack. And so I'm not at full 999 on this. So we finished, thieving completely. Don't ever have to come back to it. I did hang on to the gold crested shield. I think I want to tinker with that thing for a little bit and see if it's worth making some money off of. We're going to have to go in and kill some cows and chickens and stuff at some point. And I mean, this thing doesn't really do, there's a little damage reduction and some defense and stuff like that. Cool. I don't really need it, but that 30% extra gold might be kind of nice, just to make a little bit extra cash. Now we're sitting on a couple billion gold, so it's not really hurting anything, but every little bit helps. And speaking of that, we are at 1.939 billion gold. Previously, it was 1.164 billion. So we've gone up 800 million gold, somewhere in that realm. And I guess we'll do the completion log real quick here. Before we were at 93.53. All completing thieving did is put us at 93.59. So we haven't really gone up a whole lot. Mastery went from 90.4 to 90.6, and items went from 93.69 to 93.76. I think that's the only thing that I found was this gold crested shield. So I don't think there was anything different. So last night I said, you know what? We've got enough bags and I kept some gems. I think I need the rubies and, for herb lore, emeralds, we'll make some more bolts just because, but let's see here. We're gonna have to do some more summoning stuff, but I've turned this on astrology, which I can actually turn off right now. Of course, the birds are awake and starting to scream now. It's gonna drive me nuts more than it will you, I think. So I wanted to get into astrology and get some of this Stardust built up. And I don't really care about having Stardust. I do care about this Stardust potion because we don't have any of them created yet, and it's already level 90 mastery of 99. So I'm going to make sure and equip this Herblore potion, which gives me a chance to receive a random tier of the same potion, meaning I don't have, let's see if I go to my completion log here and go to items, demonstrate what I am going on about here. If I go all the way down here, somewhere is the Secret Stardust potion 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't have any of them. I have not crafted one yet at all. So I'm going to go in here to Herblore and I have 110. Hopefully that's enough. We'll hit create. I think I have all my gear set up for this. Although I probably need my Herblore potions. So there's one. Of course, we get that for finding it, or because we're at level 4. Let's throw Herblore potions on. All we're going to do, I can't claim these because I'm already full. All we're going to do is going to let this thing run, and hopefully it creates the other 2 or 3. Now, I may have to let, hopefully I don't have to let Stardust run for too long, or Astrology run for too long. But the concept is, I don't have to actually create these. And there's another one. Yeah. So there's the level 1 potion. So now we just need level 2 and level 3 and we can be done. So while this thing's chugging along in the background, looks like we're preserving resources fairly well. Yeah, there's part 2. Yeah, we got really good resource preservation. So once we get part 3, I guess I should move these over into my potions tab. Not that it makes a difference, but because I'm going to sell these when we're done. I don't even want to keep them. I don't even want to use them. And in fact, I can undo this. As much as I hate to do it, I'm going to sell those. I don't really want to change anything in astrology right now. And yes, I could use that to change one thing in astrology, but if it changes it to something I don't want, that means I have to grind out more and more and more of that Stardust, and I don't feel like doing it. So it hurts to sell, but I'm just going to sell it and get rid of it. Let's see here. There's the final one. All right, so we can turn Herblore off. There's really no gain to this. And again, much as I hate to do this, I am going to sell those. Get rid of those, free up the inventory, and let's do sell those. Okay, so that's out of the way. Now, we've just moved the items up. What did we have last time? 93.69, and we are now at 94.13. So we've moved up quite a bit just by finding these items. So those are done. Easy peasy. Let's see. So we're going to talk about crafting. Actually, the first thing I need to do is to come up here to Herblore. We're going to switch over to crafting potions, and we're going to buy, I don't know, let's buy 20,000 of these things. 20,000? Yeah, 20,000. Get the right number of zeros in there, and we're going to craft these. Now, I definitely do want to craft as many as possible, so I'm going to leave my Herblore potion going. What I'll do is any of the level 1, 2, or 3 that I get, I'm just going to convert up to the next level higher, and the next level higher, and the next level higher, and make them all level 4s. So we'll get a few extra potions. This I'm going to let go until it's at 99, and then we're going to jump right into crafting. Now, crafting, we got a long way to go. The benefit of 95% is always craft a base quantity of 2 rings and necklaces, which I don't really care about unless I'm worried about summoning, and even then I don't know that I care as much. Like I said, I mean, you can get a lot of tablets off just a little bit of thieving from the king. So this is another very, very long grind, and that's kind of why I wanted to get this one out of the way. Runecrafting is also brutal, but the cool thing is the further up the list you go, in vague general terms, the further up the list you go, the more summoning you get to use. So astrology doesn't really have anything. There's no tablets for summoning. There's nothing for agility. Herblore gets 1 tablet. Runecrafting does get some stuff. Crafting gets some stuff. Fletching gets nothing. Farming gets nothing, but farming usually finish off early. And that's kind of why I'm going with these lower tier skills, and it also gets them done and out of the way. These higher ones are a lot easier, and one of the things on my standard account, I attacked them from the top down and ended up finishing a lot of these off early and felt like I was wasting my time when I could have attacked it from the bottom up. And because of all the tablets you have to make for summoning and things like that, you can complete these other ones, you know what I mean, higher. So for crafting, let's see what choices we have here. Where are you at? My blind, it is early in the morning. So this is in wood cutting. We're not going to be creating jewelry. Well, we might be creating jewelry. This is probably going to be the one that I'm going to work on here. 10% chance to double when creating leather, hard leather, dragon hide, or yeah. So probably doing that one. 33% chance to resource preservation when creating runes or amulets. That's really good, but I'm not going to be creating runes or amulets. Fireplace, so that one won't work. So we could probably look at using this one here, the crow and the monkey. Silver and ore and mining. Nah, I don't care about that. Crafting dragon hide. This one is definitely going to be useful. Anything that you make in dragon hide, it reduces the cost by 1 dragon hide. You can't go below 1, but anything that takes 2 or 3, you can reduce the cost, which is great because that means you can craft the green, red, black, all that kind of dragon hide there for cheaper price. I use that and it's great. So the crafting potions last twice as long. I will probably float between. Yeah, we might do this here. Crafting potions last twice as long instead of the 10% chance to double items, because the crafting potion does a pretty good job. 25% chance to double items, and it doesn't matter what you're doing it on. We'll see. We'll have to see. That's once we actually start. I'm going to get full 99 mastery in crafting, so that'll take care of that. And then once I actually get into crafting, we have some options here. So we have some mastery pool to spend, and I would probably spend, yeah, see, I need to get all these. For this skill, I will start with leather gloves, leather boots, all of this stuff you can buy, all the way down. You can't buy the black dragon hide, but you can buy all these other all the green and the reds. Unfortunately, yeah, well, there's the hard leather, so we can do all those. We can do a lot of these shields. The jewelry, that will be towards the end, because I don't really want to spend well, actually, that's where the topazes can go, and yeah, we should have a stack of good gold diamonds. Might be able to do that. The thing that's going to be difficult are these sacks and then these blade echoes and barrage and all these rings down here. These we will be spending as much as possible. I will not be spending mastery pool on these items because this stuff I can buy things for, if that makes sense. So the more I run up on the cheap hard leather stuff and the more I run up on the dragon hide, the less of these other resources I have to have. So these money sacks are hard to come by, or the basic bags. These things are hard to come by. So what I would probably do is spend as much of the mastery pool XP on this lower stuff. I mean, I'll craft those money bags or whatever, runecrafting pouches. I probably need to make one of each because I don't know which ones I have and don't have. Probably need to create these 3 because I don't think I've created any of them. But then after that, we'll go into just the actual leather, dragon hide, and things like that. So that's how we're going to attack this. Get our, I should have left the herbal. I did. Yep, we're good. We are good. So then we'll come in here. We'll put, we'll be at level 4 by the time I do this. Turn that on because this is going to run this potion here. It'll run that potion there. And I need to make sure that auto reuse is on. Yeah, we'll be good. So that is where we're at. Thieving is done. Did a little bit of extra thieving to get some of these bags for this thing here. Did a little astrology, knocked out those potions, got that done. Working on the crafting potion now, and then we're going to switch over to just full-on crafting and get this over with and out of the way. None of this is going to feed forward into anything else, although, you know what, maybe I should make what's the alchemist bag do? Potion charges. You know, maybe I will create a couple of each of these. I don't know if I want the seed pouch. I don't care about that. But we are going to jump into runecrafting at some point, probably right after that. So, preserve resources in runecrafting, it would be the smart move to make a bunch of these. And then this alchemist bag, preserve potion charge and 5 potions for charge. I could maybe split this up, do 2,500 of these basic bags here and 2,500 here. Well, 26, 27, whatever, you know what I mean? Split this in half and create an equal amount of both of those. That might be the way to do that. That might be a good way to go. I do have all these fishing hooks, so that's going to take up inventory space, but whatever. So, that's where we've been. That's where we're going. And that will do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.